Hi, my name is James Shepard, and today I want to talk to you about why every local merchant should accept Walmart gift cards. Why every local merchant should accept Walmart gift cards. So I don't think I've ever actually done this before. I'm actually going to do a plug for another company. I thought the idea was so unique that I want to talk about it, and from a broader context, I want to talk about providing additional services to merchants. Not just merchant services, because this is a topic I hear over and over again from sales reps. They're like, hey, should I provide, Facebook marketing or free, whatever, like web design or something else? What else could I provide to my merchants to add value? So recently on the Merchant Sales Podcast, we interviewed David Allen, I believe it is, from Brands, Braandz. Braandz. I'll make sure to put some contact notes in the blog. So if you go to ccsalespro.com, it'll be right up there towards the top. You'll see this blog article, and you click on it. I'll make sure we put the contact info in there for David and his team. But they have a really unique solution. So let me take a couple minutes to tell you about it, and then I'll kind of zoom out and talk about the broader concept of this. So basically, they have a unique buyers network. So they have these corporate buyers that are looking to buy gift cards that have a remaining balance on them. And they're willing to pay a percentage of it. So they'll pay like 70 to 95% of the value of the gift card to the merchant who accepts the gift card. So the thing that's so cool about this, and what I'll talk about in a minute, is that this integrates with a standard like standalone terminal. So imagine going into a merchant and saying, hey, I'm sure you get people stopping by all the time talking to you about credit cards and merchant services. The reason I stopped by today is that I want to open you up to a whole new market, and I want to allow you to accept gift cards from Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon, Target, Olive Garden, all the major brands. Anybody can bring their gift card in with an unused balance, swipe it through your terminal to buy something in your store. It's an amazing idea. Believe me, merchants love this idea. And so, first of all, I just want to share that with you because I think it's just really, really cool. I'm not going to dive into more detail because I already did that on the Merchant Sales Podcast. So just go to Google and search Merchant Sales Podcast. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, whatever it is. Listen to the interview on that episode, and it'll give you a lot more information when we interview the CEO of the company. But I want to talk about why I think that specific idea and others like it are so cool. When you're selling other things to merchants, the first thing I would tell you is it needs to be something simple, okay? It needs to be something simple. When you get into these more complex things, you have to have other people on your team to do them. Don't offer people a free website unless you have somebody else on your team that you've hired that builds the website for them, because otherwise you're going to very quickly overload yourself with stuff that you have to do instead of going and selling. You don't want to offer anything that's going to keep you from making sales. So that's really important, okay? The other thing I would tell you is it needs to be something that directly integrates with the payment processing. So in this case, the reason I love this idea so much about the gift cards is because it goes right into an Ingenico terminal, or it can go on a Point terminal. I think they have it on, and other POS systems and stuff. But for an Ingenico terminal, you go to a normal merchant that has a terminal and say, hey, I'm going to give you a new Ingenico terminal. It'll do your payment processing, and you can just run all the gift cards through it. So now you can do marketing and advertising that says, we accept Walmart gift cards, or we accept all major brand gift cards. Bring them in here and use them in our store. And so that's a unique idea. It's exciting to talk about, but it's really simple. You don't have to do anything really with it. They take care of it all for you. And so that's really nice, but also it's directly integrated. You're like, if they're going to do this, well, then they have to use you for merchant services because it's on the terminal. And so they have to switch to your provider because your provider is the one that sets that up. You know what I mean? Like, that's a cool idea because of how directly it integrates into that terminal. And so you want something that's simple. You want something that directly integrates with payment processing. And number three, you want something that does not slow down the sales cycle time, okay? If you are going to provide something for free, it needs to be something that you can either just do right along with the normal process, like this idea I just gave you, or you need to be sure that they understand that there's a timeline that happens after the sale. If I'm going to provide somebody free websites, which I've done that for years because I actually have people that can make a website, hey, if you sign up for our merchant services, we give you a free website. The way it works is we get you signed up. Once you process, $100 in volume, we start working on your website, and it takes about 30 days to complete, okay? So I'm not going to slow down my sales cycle time. In fact, I should be using these things to leverage to push my sales cycle time shorter by saying this is this special is only for this week or for this month or whatever, and I should be leveraging these things to say, act now. what I see so many salespeople doing is they're using point of sale systems, really complex websites, marketing programs. Many times they have nothing to do with payment processing. They don't do any e-commerce. They don't it doesn't really have anything to do with merchant services at all. And they've somehow managed to put it in front of the merchant services account to spread out their sales cycle time, which is insane. Like, you want to get paid, okay? So move it up, move it to the point where you're crunching that sales cycle time up to make more sales, not less, to make them faster, not slower, and keep it simple so that you can still get out in the field and sell. So hopefully those are some tips that you'll keep in mind. And again, definitely make sure you go to the Merchant Sales Podcast and listen to that interview. I'm telling you, I promise you, if you don't listen to any of our other podcast episodes, that one is going to blow you away as far as imagine that pitch over the phone. You know what I mean? Setting an appointment. I want to talk to you about accepting all major brand gift cards like Walmart, Target, Home Depot. You think you can get an appointment like that? I hope so. So check out that podcast episode. I'm telling you, it'll really blow you away. My name is James Shepard. Thanks for watching and listening.